Hey, it's Donnie here at Mar Group eXp Realty, Memphis, Tennessee. And on Living in Memphis today, we're going to talk about some of the things that you can get out and do in Memphis in the month of March. So stay tuned and let's talk March activities in Memphis. Every time I do these videos, there's just more in the city of Memphis to do than I ever even realized. Even though I lived here, it's actually really cool. I've learned so much about things to do in and around the city. And obviously, I can only hit a few things on the list. I love it when y'all come back and tell me, hey, you didn't talk about this, because obviously, like if I'm talking about restaurants, there's thousands of them and I can only hit a few, but I'm glad y'all are paying attention and giving me those ideas. So that's really cool. What would really help me out is if you jump down in the comments right now and throw your ideas for what you are looking forward to going to do in March in and around Memphis. That way other people get a chance to take advantage of it. That's what would be awesome. We'd really appreciate that. So let's jump into what's going on. March 5th through 11th is Memphis Black-Owned Restaurant Week, which is kind of neat. Really celebrates all of our locally black-owned restaurants, and it's a pretty cool deal. And when you start looking at the amount of entrepreneurship around this city, it's pretty amazing. There's lots and lots of black-owned restaurants, which is very cool. We are small, but there's just unlimited spots that you can eat. Obviously, one of my top favorites that I've mentioned before is Cozy Corner. That family there that owns that restaurant was always super nice when I went in there, when I patrolled that area as a Memphis police officer. The food was always delicious. They took great care of us. They were nice to everybody that came in there, and certainly I'm a fan of theirs for life. Also, of course, I want to mention just a couple black-owned restaurants, and there's so many, so don't get mad at me if I miss you, please. But Smackers right here in Bartlett is pretty cool. Mahogany Memphis, if you're looking for something a little upscale. And then, of course, we got to have that Soul Foods. Southern Hands is another awesome black-owned restaurant in Memphis that you should check out. And, of course, to continue to support all those restaurants even after this week is over. And then what about St. Patrick's Day? That's in March. Pretty awesome. Everybody knows that's just one of the most fun holidays that we have around. And Memphis actually has a St. Patrick's Day parade. Pretty cool. They have it down on Bill. The parade itself starts at 3 o'clock, consists of marching bands, twirlers, floats, and mid-March there's a chance we could have some beautiful warm weather, which is a perfect day to go see a parade. You're not freezing to death like you are at some of the ones at the end of the year. It's also on a Saturday, so that's a great day to be able to get the family out. You can make a whole day of it, go eat at some of the restaurants downtown that we mentioned before the event, or eat at some of the restaurants after the event, or maybe find some live music if you don't have the kiddos with you, and you can run to see some live music after you go to see the St. Patrick's Day parade. Bill Street is always a lot of fun on Saturday nights, and of course, real close by, you got the Hard Rock Cafe, Blue City Cafe, some of my favorites, and there's just so many options that you can make a whole day just around the St. Patty's Day Parade, which is always really cool. March 12th, they have the Mixers playing at Neil's Music Room. I was at Neil's not long ago. I go there a couple times a year to watch live music. It's always a good place. Tickets there are $5, and that's actually a little bit less. I think they normally have a $10 cover charge anyway. It is from 4 to 7, so it's a little bit earlier in the day, but they have a variety of rock and roll songs, mostly from the 50s through the 70s, so it's a great chance to hear a little bit older of the classics and be able to dance along with those and be able to go back in time a little bit. And I always enjoy going to Neil, so it'll be a good time. March 9th through 12th, we got Disney on Ice down at the Lander Center. It's an easy drive to get down to the Lander Center. I've been to plenty of concerts and events down there myself. It runs from 7 to 9 at night, so you can take the kiddos. Tickets only start at $20. That's not bad at all. Take the whole family. It'll be pretty cool. Of course, ladies, there is a clear bag policy there, so make sure you're aware of that. Don't get down there and not be able to get in or have the right bag. And you can always Google Disney on Ice at the Lander Center and get plenty of information about that event. All right, also on March 12th, I was surprised to see this new edition is still alive and kicking. The in concert with Keith Sweat, March 12th. That's going to be pretty cool. Obviously, huge 90s R&B. So if you were into that, I think I was probably a teenager when that came out and still remember that. The tickets go from $70 to about $300. Starts at 7 o'clock at the FedEx Forum on March 12th, as I mentioned. And who knows how long they're going to be touring for. I know I personally have gone back and went to some of the concerts for some of the old 80s bands and whatnot that I listened to back in the day. So you never know, this could be the last time to see them. Who knows how long those guys will be touring, because they've been around for a long time. March 18th is Kathleen Madigan at the Graceland Soundstage. Really cool. She is freaking hilarious. I listen to her sometimes on XM Radio on the Comedy Channel. She's on there. She has had a 30-plus career as a comedian and been on over 40 late night shows. That show on March 18th down at the Graceland Soundstage starts at 8 p.m. And look online to get your tickets, get your updates, that kind of stuff, and hope for some awesome weather to get down there and check that out. And then March 18th, we can't go through the month without talking about our Grizzlies. I know there's been a little bit of a slide recently, but that just means they need more support than ever. Mention the 18th because they're playing the Golden State Warriors. Always a big game. Gets a good draw out there. It's at 7 p.m. You all know where to get tickets. Online, at the FedEx Forum. And of course, being that it's the Memphis Grizzlies, just about every restaurant and bar in town will probably have it playing. So if you can't make it downtown or get tickets, grab a group of friends and go enjoy watching the Grizzlies play the Golden State Warriors at one of our local venues here in town. And then the last thing we're going to put on this list is March 25th. Brick Universe Lego Expo. How cool is that? Everybody loves Legos. It's at the Agri Center, so it's a little further out east than some of the other events, but typically the Agri Center has pretty cool events. Tickets are very inexpensive, starting at $14.99. 10 a.m. in the morning, so it's something you can do during the day. Make sure you take the kids. Man, if you're a Lego fan, you got to make it happen. It really is fun for all ages. So just a couple ideas, things that we found in Memphis that we thought would be neat to throw out there for you all to enjoy. We always like bringing you value and giving you ideas to have a good time and improving your quality of life here in Memphis. As always, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the content. Do us a favor and like the video so that more people see it. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to us. We're always happy to help.